Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Olusegun Oyekami once more, and taking a quick look at the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Now, last week was a lot of confusion concerning the price ranges, particularly of the S&P. Now, many people wanted to take up positions of the S&P actually going up, but it came down. Now, one could easily attribute this to its seeming lack of direction of the VIX at that particular time. Particularly when you look at all the different time frames. For those of you who are day trading or something, you might have found some position here or there, but it was really difficult. Anyway, let's have a look at let's quickly look at the weekly chart for the S&P 500 E-mini. And as you can see here, which is what we're looking at now, and as you can see here, our price range is consolidating, is smack bang within the cloud. And to show that it's consolidating, you can actually see that the Kijun Sen here is flat. That tells you that this is in a consolidation phase. Now, when you have it in a consolidation phase, it's best for you to be very patient. I've said it then and I'll say it again. Our Chiku span here runs free, but could move into the congestion area. That is to wait and see. Now, if you look here at the last candle, you can see how bullish that is. So we might just be in for a treat during the week. Let's have a quick look at the daily chart. And here we can see that the price range is out of the cloud. It had been sorry about that. Right, as you can see here, the price range had been trending, and that trend was kind of disturbed a little bit, but it seems to be back on the trending. Now, it is obviously bullish because the price range is not within the cloud, it's above the cloud. The Chiku here runs free, and as you can see, the cloud's quite thin, so I believe the Chiku will go right through. So there should be no price congestion there. This is definitely bullish, even though it's flat at the moment. As you can see, the Kijun Sen here is flat, but the Tenkan Sen is above it, and all seems to be well at the moment. It seems to be that there's a bit of a price contraction here, which will eventually become a price expansion as time goes on. Let's confirm that with the bridge between the swing trading and the long-term trading, which is the 4-hour. And as we can see here, the price range is above the cloud. It has trended nicely, although there's been two candles here that have been the closing. Only one of them has actually closed beneath the Tenkan Sen, and then the trend has resumed. I don't see any reason why we should not have the S&P 500 E-mini go up next week. I don't see any reason why. Again, you can see the Chiku here running free, no price congestion, nothing. Now, last week, as you all remember, we did have a little bit of a problem with the VIX. The VIX was kind of a bit funny. Some people said they had opportunities. Now, I'm not arguing about that. You know, there's some people out there who can scalp positions. I'm not a scalper personally. I don't do that. But instead of us talking, let's have a quick look at the charts for the VIX. And as we can see here, let's go all the way back to, let's start with the week, and then we come down to the 4-hour. And you can see here, this is pretty much, the weekly chart is pretty much flat. And remember, the higher time frames, they actually determine the trend. So you could see that there was almost no position, although this thing was above the cloud. As you can see, the price range was above the cloud, also beneath the Kijun Sen. The Tenkan Sen was slightly above. And as you can see here, your Chiku was practically running free. It shouldn't have it, the cloud shouldn't disturb it, bring about any price congestion. So let's bring it down to the daily chart to see if that will give us a clearer picture. And as you can see here in the daily chart, this is the sentiment here is what? Bearish. Price range under the cloud, Tenkan Sen under the cloud, Kijun Sen under the cloud. The Chiku is still above it, but heading downwards. Again, there might be some opportunities, but if the VIX is going down, it means that the S&P generally goes up. Let's go down to the bridge, the 4-hour, between the long term and swing trading. Again, this is also showing us that this is bearish, as you can see here. Price range beneath the cloud, Tenkens within the cloud, Kinjun has been in the cloud. The Chiku's also been in the cloud, and the price range just above that, which is the 1-day price range, seems to be going in that direction, or it's in that direction. Actually, it's bearish. Again, bearish sentiment. The lower time frames bring about the changes within the overall time frame, and that seems to be the case in this matter. I suspect and I believe strongly that the S&P should go up. Now, how far it will go up next week, I'm not quite sure, but I suppose during the week we shall get to know as time goes on. Anyway, as I've always told you, when it comes to the markets, your guess is as good as mine. Keep your eyes and ears open and your trading sharp. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.